Okay, so we are ready. Let's go. Let's hope our ping is like somewhat stable.
정면의 쉼터는 이쪽이야.
가는 길이 만만치 않겠군.
휴물이
1 second. Settings,
뭐하고 있어?
combat, auto use, in combat.
뭐하고 있어?
Then what else do we need?
뭐하고 있어? 뭐하고 있어?
So here we have movement speeds, also auto use. Those two.
뭐하고 있어?
Okay, so now we are good.
뭐하고 있어? 정면들이 막아줘. 내가 균열을 닫을게. 균열 닫혔어. 이제 나도 도울게. 다 상대하다가 끝도 없어. 어서 달려.
도끼풀 조심해.
거의 다 왔어. 정면인 건 세야 할 텐데. 나 안쪽에 붙잡혀 있어요.
Yeah, this is also something that you can do like in those dungeons and whatever. You can use your mount at the start, only in the boss fights this area is mount blocked. So it's not like most games where you cannot ride the mount at all in dungeons. The graphics are just insane. I love it. Like that tunnel here looks so cool. Okay, so it's pretty mana intensive, the ranger. But the DPS is really good. So our goal for now will be hitting level 22, then we can start with our tests in terms of alt farming. And we got new gear. A new guard for more DPS. Alright, I also did not level everything here yet on this one. Okay. I think this is good like this, then we have enough skill points once we hit level 8. So now we are having our Revelation Amulet. For the Devion crystals, you should always place when you got them. So we have cooldown reduction, those are our chase stats. And we want to connect as many active skills as possible, those are the blue ones. And you want to have Tempest Shot, Snipe, Burst Arrow. Those are like the main that we want to get in the early game. Tempest Shot and Combat Speed. That seems like a decent row here. Backbones. This one here looks better at the start, picking up 2, and we need both of them. Okay. We will go this direction as a start. As we always want to maintain our power spike. And I also have not that much experience yet with the Ranger. Only played Cleric so far. So then we can unlock the Tempest once we get 3 more. Then so now we have our inventory set up. Right here. Auto extract on common, right? Oh, we can't do that yet. Okay. Okay, so now we can go to enhancement, and the amulet and the belt is what you can always keep pushing the whole time if we give you gear score. Is it tap target? It is tap target, but it's a mix between tap target and action. So you do have a dodge roll, and you basically have first-person aim with your what's it called? So we can sync because we. Please try again after the quest. Okay. So if we're going to settings, I can show you. So you basically have Aion 2, where you can also target. You can play classic type targeting, but only selecting Aion 1 in the settings. Is it free to play? Yes, it is free to play, but to be actually playing the game, you need to buy the sub for 15 a month. I would not look at it as a free to play game. I think they could have done a way better job at making leveling more interesting than reading stuff. Okay. So now let's see again if we can sync our monolith. So, and what we were able to do now is we use the feathers that we already collected onto our other account. And this way we can now max that out right away and get that benefit already on our alt. And this is also what you will be doing on global. You will do the full feathers for the monolith on your main before you will do your alt. So you do not collect that shit twice. And a side effect of this is, if you're looking at the title, you're getting the Saint of Veteran title also right away. So you can equip this one. So it's like some decent start stats that makes it a little bit faster. Now when we're going to enhancement and we're seeing our, right here, amulet, you can see we now have 30 of those scrolls. And whenever we are getting enhancement stones now from the quests, we can level up our amulet. We have to do it anyways. It's already best in slot. And we're getting some decent early game damage here. If we are now dismantling this one that are already upgraded, we are getting some enhancement stones back. We can actually use them on the amulet, or we can use them onto our weapon. And I always feel like that at the start, the upgrade costs are quite low. So keeping your weapon at like +5-ish around when you have the stones is fine, and then you just get them back later on again. Where was the next quest? All the way down here. Oops. I am playing free-to-play. I'm not paying in Taiwan or in Korea, where I also played. I will do cash once we are on global though. This is just like a practice run, getting to know all the systems so I know exactly what to do. I have the infos to create proper guides. That will hopefully last a while before being outdated. Yeah, this one was the one where we had to dive quickly. Then we're using our walk time. Getting our inventory a bit clean. And already go into the grind. So the DPS is actually really nice. A bit low. So we need 4 more levels for our testing. Oops. I don't like that you always demount when you want to talk to someone. It's because of the animations and shit, but it does not feel smooth. Oh, welcome to the stream, Richard. It's not EU, I'm playing on Taiwan, Soko.
아무래도 위험하겠군. 일단 바깥쪽으로 빠지세요.
Oh, where is it?
지문지기들이 열쇠를 갖고 있을 거야.
Those core thingies I also find so bad. Sure, you can ask any questions. Let's ask me. Oh. You have to pick that thing up. No, I didn't remember that one. This is happening quite often in the storyline, that you're in a room and you do not have to pick up one thing, you have to pick up three things. I'm not really sure who invented that shit. So... yes. Rangers are using dodge to kite. Yes. And you have one skill also that launches you backwards from a mob if they get close. So you can basically use that skill, activate it, get like the first gap, and then right after you're using your normal dodge roll, and this way you can create a decent gap between them and not just like a small one. And then you can fire again, use some of your root CC, stuff like this. Okay. Lucky Gathering Bundle. Didn't know that was in there. Game name. We are playing Aion 2 DB. Can you build your gear to have extra dodges? Not like dodge in the sense of that you're rolling like this, but there's block and evasion that will make you negate a full attack that is coming towards you. If the enemy is having bad accuracy on their gear, for example. Like, it's really good in PvP, but not as useful in PvE. Okay, I'm out of mana. Oh, now we're AoEing a little bit more than we did prior. To be a bit quicker, we have to remember that we are currently at 170 ping. Okay. So when he is staggered, we should actually be behind him. Looks like that area thing is not working well on bosses, or I'm too stupid to hit it. What camera is shaking? Do I have it on? Feel like, are the settings based on character? Yeah, dude, this is, how fucked up is this? So basically I have to do settings again for every character. So my main, I have everything turned off. Huh. Thanks for the shout out. Didn't even realize it while playing by myself. But I know that it makes my eyes really tired if it's on. That's why I initially turned it off. Oh, I targeted the weapon rack. We got another cube. It's our third cube already. $1 million kina from the cube so early. That's not bad. Enjoying Ranger gameplay so far. I would say it's really comfortable for alting. That's why I wanted to try Ranger for alt. I know that there's like some classes that are a bit more efficient, but here you can basically macro the whole time, like look into chat, blah blah blah, like or watch a series next to it. So I think I want to prioritize this in terms of like speed, because I know myself that if the alt farming feels too stressful and I cannot like watch some Netflix next to it or whatever, then I will not be doing it properly. So I will buy the sub, yes, but I'm not exactly sure yet if I want to cash or not, like actually pay to win. I usually don't care if I have to spend money in a game or not, but I prefer to have it clean. Like if I could choose, I would have a game with subscription and no pay to win. This is like my favorite model of monetization. Actual hack is, yeah, but how to say it? In terms of guide creation, the more classes I actually know, also in terms of PvP, like in a more deeper sense, the better it is for creating the guides. So I will not go like the same thing. We have like one cleric main and then like 2 cleric alts or 3 cleric alts. Even though in like, for example, Lost Ark, I did it like this. But here I do want to have actually all 9 classes in the end. But not because it's efficient or whatever. Basically only because it's, how to say it? Like only from like a content creator perspective, not from like an efficiency perspective or whatever. We are taking everything that is dealing damage as a specialty. Taking only the offensive ones. So speciality, perfect is good for PvE, so we're gonna take this one. So here we're gonna do change to mobile skin. There's this one level 8. This one we can't do 8 yet. This one we can't go 8 yet. This one is max, this one is max. Okay, this is the max of what we can do at the moment. If that would be global, then we would be doing all of those things while being on the mount, walking, like optimizing our time that we are spending there. But here, like, I do not want to try hard. So don't take that as like an optimized speed run or whatever. Is that enough? How do you have so many skill points already? I synced my main feathers into the monolith that is giving skill points, and then you can activate them again. It's like part of the rewards. And this way you can level up your ult faster. So leveling up an ult will never take as long as leveling up your main initially if you already grinded a little bit on your main.
아이온의 파편이 빛나고 있다. 실험에 응하라.
So let's start the fight with a one shot.
때렸던 파편인가? 영혼의 의지를 이을 수 있는가? 자격이 없다.
As you can see, like this with the extra skill points, your damage is already really high at the start. Oh, welcome to the stream, Rip.
다크 대바의 호보인가?
The lag also, you can see it properly when based on the mana potion. Huh? When I walk through a blue ball, look how long it takes until it's actually appearing.
니고. 꿈의 아티팩트를 통해 고통 속 의지를 마주하라. 네.
the heck is going on? The third skill on the bar, this run down here, this is a trap. And so we can take a look at it. It's this one here. See? This animation, and it is giving a stun. It's actually, usually in most games, a trap is giving a root, but here you're actually getting a stun.
저저가 왜 이렇게 된 거지? 이 휴거들은 다 여기를 습격한 놈들이고.
I will also like the door. I'm so excited actually to play it finally with a decent ping. Because the combat already feels good, even though it's a bit laggy sometimes. Here in Taiwan, like, it must feel so great when we're doing it with like 10 milliseconds. Because we are having the server basically right next door. It's in Frankfurt, Germany, so fairly close to where we're living. So far, which class has stood out to feel like you have the most control over it to you? Cleric, by far. Like, I'm not someone that likes to play healer, usually in games. I did play healer like 10 years ago in Asta, and I did reach rank 1 EU actually on it, but since then I don't remember that I ever played healer before. And here in Aion 2, the healer, it's like completely different than in other games. It's like 80% is still DPS, so you are range DPS, and 20% is your healing task. And I don't know, like that kind of healer, where you're not like 100% healing, but also having a huge portion of your kit DPS, I enjoy quite a lot. And with all the heals and sustain that you have, like all the content that you're doing solo or whatever is just like complete easy mode. But before we are going into the dungeon, I do have to give food to the dogs quickly. So I'll be right back in like a minute. 1 second. Come on, come on. It's it. Okay. So you can see Doggo is eating. We are ready to go into the dungeon. So the Growl Cave one is the first dungeon that you're getting. We already did release the guide on it, how to min-max speedrun it. And it's also part of your quest here. And we do want to check our Kina. Do a quick screenshot. Because we do want to make like an alt table of like most efficiency in terms of farming and stuff like this. And for that I do have to keep track a little bit. So whenever you're starting a dungeon run, don't wait until it's filling. Just go. If people actually playing it, they will join via the intrude system. So yeah, don't worry about like starting something early. Don't waste your time there.
저기 라디오 톤이 있다고. 같이 오라고. 바닥의 함정은 잘 피해가라고.
So now we have to still unlock it by killing the Guardian.
봉인이 풀렸다. 다시 진화가 시작된다. 도태되어야
여기 모두 에너지 키우라고.
So on global release, I would not want to pick that up, but here it's fine because we are testing, right? So we want to see what we are getting, how efficient is that, blah 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 blah. Are you going to play Cleric on EU servers, or do you have another plan? I will 100% be playing Cleric. Like, I just said it, like Cleric for me is the most fun here so far. And I've not, like I played all the classes, I've not figured out anything else, so it's gonna be Cleric. I already have my Cleric guide finished, but they are releasing a new system to make macros less efficient. in the game. And I do want to wait with releasing the cleric guide until this happens, because this could change something, and I don't want to like release the guide and then it's instantly outdated after the next patch. Does it get overshadowed by other classes in the PvP area? Cleric, I mean. I would say if you're building it correctly, it's fine. If you're like getting baited by a guide that is telling you to only go defensive stats on a cleric and so on, then you will be good for mass PvP, but nothing else. And you need kill threat on a cleric. And you need to use your earth skill that is so basically like you have one earth skill. It's like a minute. Then you can get a innovated stigma. Then you can get, if you have it at a certain level, it will reduce its cooldown to 30 seconds. And the 30 seconds are you then need to reduce to 20 seconds because the duration of that buff that is allowing you to spam condemnation is basically 20 seconds long. So once you have about 34%, 33.3 more, like somewhere in that ballpark, depending on rounding, you will have this skill up almost all the time. At the start, when your cooldown reduction is not that high yet, you will have like 6 seconds-ish cooldown, but you can get that so it's permanently up. And this skill combined with like the correct mana stone soul bindings and stuff is giving you enough kill threat on the cleric as well. But you do need to run that specific setup, otherwise it will not be working. So, and now let's see, how much did that give us? So it only gave bound, no, right? So the alt farming 22 is dead with the patch that they made. As of the current patch then, what would you say in your opinion would fall under the top 3 PvP classes? I'm currently stuck between Archer, Gladiator, Assassin. I would say it depends hardly on the content, like you cannot generalize PvP. So what kind of PvP do you want to play the most? Like do you want to do 1v1 arena? Do you want to do mass PvP? Like what kind of PvP are you interested in? Then it's Archer from your selection for sure. Like 10 out of 10 times I would pick Archer for mass PvP then. Archer is also good in the Abyss to like farm AP, medals, stuff like this. When is the cleric guide releasing? Right after I adapted everything based on the patch that I just mentioned. So the new balance patch for macro and stuff like this is dropping. I will assess what that is changing in the guide and the build. And once I have the build optimized again for that patch, then it will release. but in channel membership only area. For the official one,
물건을 빨리
it
찾아라.
will release 2 days prior to the global launch, when there's a the highest interest in the class guides. If I release those guides now too early, then they will lose all the traction that they could have if I release them right close to global launch. So right now I'm mostly producing guides for content that is SEO. So stuff that people are searching for, not stuff where people are clicking on a thumbnail. I've been wanting to decide between Gladiator, looked like it was high mobility while it was in combat, and Assassin seemed to overshadow everyone else in DPS, but heavily class cannon. Yeah, the good Assassin players, they go in, delete someone and escape. Like the bad ones, they're just kill traders. So they will bring no real benefit to anyone in mass PvP. I thought this is not really a PvP game. Isn't there a weekly cap of 7 hours for open world PvP? Yes and no. So, 1 second, let me kill those quickly, and then I will show you.
북부 정류장에서 만나는 거다. 냥냥.
So if you're going for PvP, the Abyss right here has different realms with different time limits. If you are
비싼 물건 참.
in the top 200 rankings though, the time limit gets removed. So then you can grind non-stop. And this is basically also what my goal will be. Like that I will, how to say it? Like I want to stay in like the top 200 to have that unlimited things, to farm my medals and BIS points, to play Arena. Because Arena is the mode that I'm like most interested in from the whole game. Then on top of that, this for the open world, you still have space rifts that happen every 3 hours. They last 1 hour, and they are changing the system. So in those rifts, you will have to defend with PvP certain areas, and then you get rewards based on how long you were able to defend an area. So that comes on top of that, and then you have the arena. Then also I think it's like 2 times a day, you are having the 10 versus 10 equalized battleground also. Yeah, and they are currently working on another PvP mode, which is 100 free for all, where it's like a battle royale game. You start with nothing, you have to grind your gear along the way and gear up, and last man surviving basically will win. So it's a mix between grinding PvE for gear and PvP, but in a fast game mode. Space Rift is toggle PvP on. A Space Rift is toggle PvP on, but so what happened is they had no toggle. People had to grind Space Rift for completing the sealed dungeons and all of this. And this way, lots of PvE players got forced into PvP. And that was like a bad decision. Could have probably guessed that from the start if you're like a developer, but this is what they did. And the people didn't like it. And then they made the toggle. But now there's zero PvP, and that's also not intended. So now they are adding those modes that I just described, where you have to hold an area, and you can only participate in those modes and get rewards if you toggle your PvP on. And this way you now have like the PvE players satisfied, and the PvP players, if we will be satisfied, we will see once the mode is actually there and I can test it properly. How difficult is it to find a group in the endgame as a cleric or chanter? Okay, I can tell you already one thing. All of those people that are saying, oh, with that class, no, you will never find a group, oh, I'm having so many problems or whatever, they're all stupid. They are using the quick join, and quick join adds you into every group that is available and not putting a request on it. So someone could open a group that says, I require for my run 300k combat power, and then you quick join and you only have 250k. So you will join in there, the person will think, yo, you idiot, why did you not read? I said 300k only. And the other person will think, oh, damn it, I got instantly kicked, what the heck is going on? But if you just go in the groups, read what it says, and just pick the one that you're fitting, you will have zero issues with nothing. So I don't know why this is such a big sentiment in class selection. In Aion 2, it doesn't matter. You can play anything. Do not select your class based on this. How would you explain Arena to someone who has never touched it? So, Arena has multiple rounds. You have to get a certain amount of kills onto your enemy, and after a death, there's a 10-second cooldown for the person to respawn. And like, for example, let's say you're a cleric, you can use that time to go back to max health, no? But if you're like another class, you will not be able to get your health back. You will try to use your potions, get back up for the next fight and so on, blah, but that's not happening. So it's a bit of a nutrition battle in Arena until someone gets like 3 kills, for example, and then they win the whole Arena round. And it has an elo system similar to like League of Legends, like shooter games or whatever. So the higher you will go, the more likely you are to face players with better gear. And that was also quite nice, because since here I'm only free to play in Taiwan, I was able to play PvP once the season was a bit older, and the people with good gear, they all like grinded up the ranks already. That gave me then the time like to test the arena as well, even though I did not have like amazing gear or whatever. And the arena has like 1v1 and it has 4 versus 4.
여기 뭔가 소리가 나는데.
What is the CP on your main? Ooh, I don't know. 250? 300k? I did not even do the growth support pass here as a catch-up mechanic, because I do not want to spend any money on Taiwan. I mean, like, how to say it? If people set requirements for a group, of course they are mad if people are joining that do not meet the requirements, no? But also, it's like not that smart to make a group open with an requirement. You could also make a group and then do it on accept. And then you can check the players and accept if you want to have them in the group or not. And if you're doing a requirement run where you want people to meet a certain requirement, you should also always use that settings. Then there's also no no confusion or whatever. Yeah, Neo, we are playing Aion 2 on Taiwan at the moment. Yeah, you can already play. You can already see me playing, right? And I already made a guide on it on the YouTube channel. So if you also want to try it out before Global, go check it out. And I actually encourage everyone to do it, because the game has so many different systems. Like if you are experiencing it for the first time on Global launch, and you want to be like slightly competitive, and you did not prepare, you will be behind. Like there's lots of mistakes that you can do. There's lots of things that you can do wrong or like optimize. So yeah. Could you explain what you think about guilds and mass PvP? Like how deeply involved are they? Well, you have circs, you know, in mass PvP. So a complete guild could come together and hunt everything in the abyss. If they wanted to. Then you have to bring your guild, no? That's what open world PvP is about. So I think that is actually a good thing. And I think in comparison to Throne and Liberty, we do not have any alliance system, no? So of course they can do like an, I would say it like somewhat like an illegal alliance, like a teaming case out of it, but they can still kill each other. In Throne and Liberty, doing the alliance actually made your teammates untargetable and they wouldn't get any damage from you, and that's not possible here. So I'm not too sure, I'm sure that guilds will abuse it for sure and try to outnumber other guilds by teaming, but I think it's not going to be like as efficient and wanted as it will be in Throne and Liberty. And if you are like a guild with like a decent reputation, I think you can ruin your reputation like this also quite fast. No, there's no alliance system. Alliance system was in Throne and Liberty and it was bad, and in Aion 2 you do not have an alliance system. And this is what I think is like positive. Because let's say they are not like teaming and cheating, then the mass PvP in guild versus guild is 128 versus 128. And I think this is like a good size, so it's fun if you're shot calling. And it's like also in terms of like rendering, seeing what's going on and something like this, no? Like I think this is fine. In Throne and Liberty, I don't know. Like I think it was too badly designed to have that many players fighting. Yeah, if the PvP would have had a better design, then I think like more players would be fun, but they didn't. And here, the 128 versus 128 is like, it feels really good. Also in the Abyss, like you have world bosses spawning, stuff like this. And this will force players to group up and go there. And like you will have guilds that will come there that you can challenge. So I think for not being a PvP game and having like 80% focus on PvE, also content-wise and so on, they offer a pretty good PvP experience if you do not care about the gear difference. Now, if you have gear, it doesn't matter, then the PvP experience is good. If you cannot afford PvP gear to like a high extent, then it's only fun to play the equalized mode. Because the PvP is more gear dependent than skill dependent, I would say. Of course, if you have people with equal gear, then it's skill again. But that will only happen like in the high ranks when the top players are facing each other. In the lower ranks, there will not be so much skill involved, I would say. Do you have a guide on how to stay competitive in IO2 when it comes out? I do have one, but it's a paid version. Because I thought it's kind of funny like to have a guide where you can pay for that explains you how to pay to win, like what items to buy at what time and so on, like to be the most efficient in staying competitive. And this is actually the only guide that is members only and not members first. Everything else, whenever I finish producing it, I will put it into the member area. The people that have a membership, they can watch it first, but it will always release free for the people based on the release schedule. But this specific guide is going to be members only. And all future economy guides, like how to manipulate the auction house, how to uptrade something, like keeping track of the costs of items to have like a curve, stuff like this, they will also all be membership only. Because if I plaster them out there and everyone is doing it, then the methods will not work anymore. Those things only work if it's like a handful of people doing it and not like thousands and thousands. But I did release, like if you have no idea about Aion 2, today I did release a guide that is explaining all the systems Aion 2 has as like a speed run. So you basically have a full overview of what the game offers, and then you can decide later on like which specific guides for systems to watch that you're interested in. Didn't the Aion 2 dev set it up so that the global release is significantly less pay to win? No. Global and Korea, Taiwan are exactly the same pay to win. The only thing that could reduce passive pay to win is like if they have better bot control and RMT prices are not getting that low and dumped. Because this is also a thing, like you have whales that cash legit in the game, and then you have whales that only go RMT. And if you can get one RMT account maxed out with like 20% of what it would cost if you would max it in-game, then they can get banned 4 times for the same value. And we all know that they also don't get banned like all the way and so on, like all the time. So this is also something to consider when you're in terms of pay to win. There's a hidden cube. Okay, interesting. So we could kite that here pretty nicely. No. You should not pick a class based on a tier list. There's lots of patches happening. They patch every week, every 2 weeks. Pick a class based on what you could play for the longest amount of time without getting bored with it. Because the overall PvE balance, at least, makes the classes somewhat close to each other. No? It's not like if you pick this class, you will not be able to do this thing, and so on, blah, blah, blah. That's not how it works. The tier list, also if I do a tier list video, it's always a meta snapshot to have an idea on what's currently going on in the meta and how previous patches affected the meta. And so we can see like certain patches moving things up and down on the tier list that makes it easier later on to predict what is actually going on when a patch is happening. But you should not use it as a class selection. Should we expect that guilds will focus more on equalized PvP then? No. I don't think that guilds will be able to focus on equalized PvP at all. And I also hope that, like when they are introducing the 100 FFA, that first in the rules it will be said that like if people are teaming, you can report them if you have evidence, and that the names are all randomized. So it makes it harder to team up. Now, of course, you can meet at like a spot of a map and then start roaming from there together. But overall, I think it already disencourages a bunch of people, not everyone. If like all nameplates are gone, like maybe the outfits are also standardized, so you cannot determine the people based on their cosmetics. Something like this definitely needs to happen. Oh, they obviously did not like me talking to them, I guess.
뭐하는 짓이냐니? 잡아라니!
죽을 각오하라니.
Oh yeah, you're right, we did not do our skill leveling anymore.
비계가 싫어. 비계가 싫어. 비계가 싫어.
Okay, now we also have to set our stigmas.
비키라. 비키라. 비키라.
Defensive skill. That one was the Regan, no? Okay. I would say like if you want to do team PvP, then 4 versus 4 arena is the most interesting one. It's also like solo arena and like the 4 versus 4 arena is what I will be mainly focusing on. Now, I do not have a team yet in the arena. The guild that I joined is like, I would say, casual, and I want it that way. And you do not need to be in the same guild, legion or whatever to do like arena PvP together. So I will probably do the same approach that I did in other games. I will just play solo arena for a while, get like a decent rank, and then contact other players that are also playing arena and also having good ranks, and then team up and create a team. That's going to be the approach.
왔군. 장난. 아울라우들이 폭발 토템을 설치해뒀을 거야. 폭발 토템을 이용해봐. 파괴하면 큰 데미지를 줄 거야.
The music stopped, I didn't even notice it. How was work? Today it was a bit stressful at the start, but then it was fine. Only had to do like some couple of PowerPoint presentations for the chairman of the board, stuff like this. Like nothing overly complicated or where you had to use like your brain. It was just like working it off. But I am ready now for the weekend. And we are already, in terms of guide preparation, we have progressed quite far. So what that means that we can also start pumping up the stream hours now, no? Like first, due to my job, I do not have that much time for guide creation and gaming anymore. And I wanted to have all the guides ready. Because the current release schedule is Wednesday, one guide, and Saturday, one guide. And for global release, it's gonna be one guide a day for a whole month. And for that, I have to prepare lots of things. And now I'm almost a complete month ahead now in content creation. So it's looking good that we can start increasing the stream hours as well in terms of like the preparation. Because also I can already notice that more and more people are second, I have to check something in the settings. Okay. Because I was like trying to use the stigmas that we just put in the whole time and it didn't work. And it did not have the keybinds yet of our main. And that's why I kept pressing mouse buttons that had no binding yet. And what I wanted to say is like, I can notice that more and more people are starting to have questions about Aion 2. Like the traffic of everything is picking up. It's not up there yet, or like in a hype state, I would say, but it's definitely getting there. What? How did that get me?
적을 조사해. 분명 달라 보이는 뿌리 부분이 있을 거야.
Yeah, where was it? I have to break something somewhere. Here it is.
혹시 살아있는 슈거가 있으면 구해줘.
거기 대박! 날 구해달라니야! 대박! 구하러 온 거냐?
That was the guy with multiple stages, huh? Get some mana.
곧 모래를 거란 검사가. 좋아, 이동할게.
Thanks for the follow, Rip. So, wait, just wanted to do something, totally forgot about it. Ah yeah, right, I wanted to upgrade the weapon, because we just got like a new one. And then go to Fiostone.
빨리 돈 벌어봐.
그래.
대신 금지.
Ah, damn it, they are upstairs. Now I remember again. The game has no box price, it's free to play. But you should buy a subscription, otherwise it will feel ass. Oh god damn it, this is again. We don't have any flight potions yet, no? No, we don't. This sucks at the early game when you do not have flight potions and you drop somewhere, but you actually need to go up, then you have to always wait for the regeneration.
함정이가니 번개 토템들을 부숴야 중앙 토템에 접근할 수 있을 거라니. 번개 토템을 먼저 부숴야 한다니.
I hate this mechanic with this ping.
번개 토템을 부수라니.
Do you see how early I have to jump to actually make it? Like this is complete, like the time when I'm jumping, the wave is not even close to actually make it. It's ridiculous.
이제 문을 열어보라니. 배신자에겐 죽은 뿐이라니. 도망칠 수 없다니.
Oh, we dropped the true cloak. And it's actually worse than what we already have. That's already like a skill in the early game. Dropping a true thing that you don't need with 29. Also starting to get hungry. When our playlist finishes, I'm gonna go cook dinner. And tomorrow morning, we are gonna be doing another stream. Right when I get up after I walk the dog. Then we should have like enough time to get this one to level 45 and do our alt testing. So maybe the stream title was not chosen that smart, now that I think about it. Because I don't know why I had in mind. Well, I did want to test if we can do something at 22, but that was clearly not the case. No, so it was a test. But yeah, maybe it's today it's leveling, tomorrow morning it's leveling, and tomorrow evening we can do another stream, and there it could be actually all testing and getting the table ready.
아울라우드를 제물로 삼아 망령을 제물로 바쳐진 아울라우드가 더인 조심하게. 어서 가보자. 왜? 저 돌이 아울라우를 조종하고 있다. 왜 돌을 먼저 파괴한다. 서둘러야겠. 무사한 아울라우는 없다고 보면 되겠다.
If you guys have any questions, just pop them in the chat. I will answer everything.
레다가 정말 스칼로투스를 성공한 것인지 죽은 혼을 불러내려 어리석은 짓이. 스칼로투스의 마법이지. 환혼의 돌을 파괴하는 게 무슨 일이지?
Not gonna lie, if you're having the bonuses from the alt, like from the feathers, from the monolith,
이게
on your alt, the leveling is a lot less fun. Like, you have so much damage, you know what I mean? Like, when you play it for the first time, the leveling will not feel like amazingly fun, but it's a lot better than this. Because this is just now like pressing the buttons down to get 45 to do what we actually want to do. some mana stones quickly on there. Wait, why am I not porting? What the heck? How do you feel about this game? Has the quality to stand out? Well, that's going to be my new... Well, it already is, to be more precise, my new main MMO, so I obviously think that it's decent. The only thing that I would say, like, people could not like, or like, I know that people don't like it, is the monetization, right? Like, it's dog shit. But other than that, I don't know, like, it's a lot of fun. It feels really fluent. The combat is really nice. Okay. That dude is not starting, so that would be a time waste. So if I would describe it, graphics amazing, combat amazing, PvE content plenty, PvP bit badly balanced, but if you're playing equalized, it's still fun. Or if you have the money to get actual gear, it's fun. What it does not do well is monetization. Having a sub and then having a currency exchange on top is just too much. It should be sub only, and I think that MMO would have the ability to get like really good player numbers for a long duration. And I think they're too scared to do that decision, because from the last report, I think 50%-ish were revenue only from the currency exchange, no? Like 25% from the sub and 25% from the cosmetic. So from their perspective, if they're removing that, on first glance, they are then losing that 50% money, right? And it is a big risk for a company to invest into something long-term, no? Like, it's a publicly traded company. Huh. Okay. Yeah, if you... I don't know how to say it. Iron 2 will not be for you if this is the only thing that you're willing to settle for. I can tell you instantly you can skip. How am I taking this massive damage here? I cannot see any mechanic. And I did not bring food for stamina regeneration, which is really stupid. You're still alone and no one is joining, which is extremely rare. We will have an issue, brother. I don't think that we're going to be able to complete the boss because of stagger. We will see. It's also exploration. Last time I tested solo, I think it was Conquest, and I did not have enough stagger on the cleric to kill the boss, to get out of the one-shot mechanic.
저기 흔들다리 너머에 또 용오름이 있다고. 용오름을 타면 아울라우도 못 쫓아올 거라고. 이제 우르고그 사원이라고. 긴장하라고.
So let's start so we're not getting hit.
움직이를 천천하라고.
If you jump here on that side, you can skip the aggro of those. And if you're, for example, the runner later when you're actually farming, this way you do not have to grind here and your run will be a bit faster.
아울도르가 드시는 동료에게 다가가 공격을 함께 받아.
We need mana. Yeah, we're not gonna survive that solo order. Oh, doch. Okay. Okay, so the exploration. I think on global I will do that solo.
부탁할게.
I'm tough. This is also something that I found is weird. Like, it takes a lot of time to put something like this into your, what's it called? Into your overall inventory. Finally, mobile skill. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
왔군. 임무는 이
왜 자꾸
다
Unique 5% combined. Okay. How you know what the skill or just max for test? No. So, okay, but I have chat overlaying it now. 1 second, let me turn off chat quickly. So now I removed the chat in the stream. Now you can see here that the skills have specialities and they unlock at level 8. So if we're going here, you can see at level 8, those 3 will unlock. And I pushed them to 8 so I can choose all of them like a speciality which makes them stronger. And then I picked everything out of the 3 selections that has the highest benefit in terms of dealing damage to PvE, so you can level fast. So you do not need, I would say, like an extensive game knowledge about the class to level it, if you understand the basics of the game. And that's the specialities. If you're doing this, I guarantee you, if you're leveling up, you have your skills ready, no? You pick the goal for 8, you have the specialities, and so on and so on. You do like a little bit of mana stones, upgrade like your bow a little bit, no? Like all of those things, like have your potions active, scrolls active, have your stones here that give you like extra weapon damage, then like have them all active and stuff like this. You will already be probably twice as fast as everyone that is like not doing any of those things. Especially in terms of DPS.
말도 안 되는 소리. 소리 높게 그림
The game has so many systems that are not explained well in the game itself. So what ends up happening is that the majority of the people, they will start playing like I do, like they will click off things or they see a guide, like, oh, later I will figure it out by myself. And then while the game tries to introduce systems, they will not be able to catch up. And then in the end, they are met with this menu and have so many things to do. They will not know what the best thing is to do at the start. It will take a while. No? You have to look at all of the systems, you have to understand them and so on. So if you're already doing the basics, I think that's enough to be ahead of the curve. Testing in Taiwan, and actually I translate Korean to German or English to understand. Ah, okay, so you're going into the Korean guide creation. Yeah, I did look at a bunch of Korean guides myself as well. But, how to say it? They are not focusing on what is going on in Season 1 global, you know what I mean? They are in their Season 4 shit. Where I'm trying with all of my guides to focus on what will we be getting in global. And this is also why those guides are not like that much of use for me myself. And I also enjoy like testing all the things, no? Like things that other people find boring, like going in-game, I don't know, like writing down DPS numbers, figuring out like what's like the best ping in your macro or whatever, no? Like I enjoy things like that. Okay. It feels so much better when the deadly shot is also ranged now. So much better. And mobile, I mean. Like, this is also why I chose mobile skill on every speciality where it was possible. I hate if you're stuck and in place. Like, it feels so bad. Especially in this game, like, and on a class where you do want to kite and don't take any damage. Every time when you have to be stationary, it feels like dog shit.
곁일단 돌아와. 로젠스와 얘기를 나눠보자.
Okay, so you have MP regen. On Cleric, MP was no thing at all. It was like completely irrelevant, you always have enough, no? But here on Ranger, it feels like it's more of a thing. I'm curious if MP regen is actually valid in some kind of build. So you never have to use your left mouse button at all. But we will figure that out.
이제 중요한 말로 돌아가자.
Almost forgot to turn the chat back on. Has the chat turned on now? Ah yeah, okay, good. So Oni, so you're German as well? I guess we will start global with the two basic Arcana, Vigor and Magic, and get Frenzy and Pure Blood later. So wait. I don't think I have anything here. I can go Transcendence. But I can open it already?
가만 안 둘 거야.
No, I can't open it yet. To show you. Okay. Yeah. I already made a guide on how to level skills up to 20. And the cards that are in that guide, those are the ones that we're getting on global. But I don't remember the exact names.
이게 다 무슨 소란이야? 또 노토스가 보낸 쥐새끼인가? 목숨이 아깝지 않다면 따라오던가. 따라온 용기는 인정하지. 하지만 여기까지다. 당장 저 녀석을 죽여버려. 쓸모없는 녀석들. 내가 직접 상대해주마.
I just used
잠깐. 넌 노토스 레기온 단원이 아니고.
the big dead shot and it did not show the bar. I've already seen this multiple times now, that for some reason the charge skills are not displaying. See, now it's full displaying, I can charge it to max and pop it. Okay.
이거야 이거.
It's not about canceling, it's about not seeing the charge. Like the actual button, no? Like the animation. So I could not figure out when it's at max. And I feel like sometimes that happens when my ping has too much jitter and it goes up right when I cast it. Happened on Bolt on Cleric as well. Don't think it's Ranger specific.
신성한 기도실에 무슨 소란이냐니?
Back up to the stream, Shady. Oh my god, I pressed 1 million things that I didn't want to press. Fat finger classic, huh? Lots of porty, huh? Okay, never mind, that's really far away.
역시 그럼 뭐 넌 대대고 대주고
Open activity yet now.
뭔가 일로 이게 뭐
Okay, so this is also interesting. I didn't know that. I thought you're getting hard experience, but you're only getting Ascension Branch 1 at the end of a side quest, no? Okay. But for global release, that will not matter because we're going to do anything, all of that anyways, because you have to. But for now, it would have been smarter to actually do sealed dungeons only, no? Also in terms of EXP for the gouge to time invest.
대장에게 보고서 작성 준비하려고요. 히레베도 임무는 제대로 한다고요.
Blocks. Play it, huh? I thought I can skip that with the stun of the trap, so they cannot interrupt me opening the door. That didn't work as planned.
아이온의 의지를 내 갈림길
So.
너희 그니
After the ascension, we will stop for today. Have to prepare dinner.
전쟁 이 너머에
And I really feel like making some cocktails today.
세우고자 했던 그날의
So
전
it's gonna be Long Island iced tea day, I guess.
이제 반격이 끝나지 않는 전투를 끝내 안식을 주어
감사합니다. 이름 모를 대봐요. 주시하시. 답장문 그분.
드디어 해방이군요.
나는 이곳에서 결국 소멸했다. 파편 속의 세계 그의 기억에 닿아 꿈의 흔적을 따라가 나룬에게 이어지는 길을 찾아라. 꿈의 끝으로 도약하라.
I know it's like you just glide in those things, but somewhat I like it. I like that they have that mechanic with those wind streams. You can enjoy that. The graphics are insanely good. Like they have also some depth in like terms of like having animated backgrounds. Like everything like on those floated islands looks pretty good.
모두 죽여주마. 아직도 남은 놈이 있었나? 죽어라! 이 정도로 없다. 절대 여기서 나갈 수 없다. 어디든지 더 싸울 수 있다. 영원하다.
Okay. I was like, hey, what? Am I lagging? Okay. Shit.
신의 꿈을 깨워 운명을 확인하라. 합이 공개되자. 그렇게 하도
Oh, we got it. From this point on, we're gonna continue to stream tomorrow morning. Not exactly sure what time, but usually I get up around 6-ish. Then I have to take care of the dogs. Then we're gonna do the stream, get that puppy to 45, and then tomorrow evening we're gonna do another stream, and we're gonna do our actual alt testing of creating the one. And now I gotta say the cocktails are waiting. See you again tomorrow. And only to answer your last question, I only bought the smallest founder pack because I think nothing what's in there in the higher value ones makes any sense. Even if you like the dragon in itself, I would not want to have the black dragon. The white dragon for me looks like 10 times better in game, so there's no value to be gained in those packs in my opinion. I only want to have the early access and now the 30-day sub after they added it, of course. See ya guys, have a